Let's talk about the Packers and Jordan Love. Jordan Love is not the answer in Green Bay. Take all the bullshit out of it. How did Jordan Love look? For the first 75% of this game versus the first game he's played against a real defense, Jordan Love looked bad. Why is the New Orleans kicker determining our perception of Green Bay's quarterback? Everyone is giving credit to Jordan Love this morning for having a comeback win over the New Orleans Saints. But the only reason that they won that game is because the New Orleans kicker missed a game-winning field goal. And stick with me on this because there's a point here. So if Will Lutz makes that kick and the Saints win the game, is your perception of Jordan Love different? Is the media perception of Jordan Love different? Do you feel differently about Jordan Love? If you can no longer say he has a come from behind win, and if he starts 1-2 instead of 2-1, do you feel differently about Jordan Love? Probably. So all because a kicker missed a fucking kick, it's changed the perception of Jordan Love when the game that he played and how he played isn't any fucking different because of what the New Orleans kicker did. So why does Will Lutz have any impact on the perception of Jordan Love? It doesn't make any sense. For the game, he had a 50% completion percentage, 5 yards per attempt, a 1-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, and put up 18 points. Does that sound like a good quarterback to you? For the season, he's only averaging 218 yards per game and completing 53% of his passes through the first 3 games. Justin Fields is averaging 58%, and we unanimously agree he isn't good. Jordan Love looked shitty the first half, but he looked better in the second half. You're right, and I want to try to be fair. In the second half, he was 13 of 24, which is 54%, once again, his average, for 170 yards and a touchdown. But you play 4 quarters, and I'm going to judge you based on 4 quarters. But you're thinking, he's a first-year starting quarterback. Yeah, but he's not a rookie, and I'm not going to grade him on the scale that I'm going to grade Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. You shouldn't either. This is his 4th season in the league. He's had 4 times as many practices, 4 times as many offseason, 4 times as much time spent in the NFL. And he's had a Hall of Fame quarterback in the locker room to learn behind. Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Tua are all from the same draft class as Jordan Love. And he doesn't look a damn thing like any of those guys. He looks significantly worse. And if he looked like those guys, the Packers would have shipped Aaron Rodgers out of town fucking 3 years ago. Only thing that looks good about Jordan Love is his touchdown to interception ratio, which right now is 71. That's impressive. But everything else around him isn't. I'm not sold on him. He's got one of the best pass blocking offensive lines in front of him. We've struggled, I digress, on Sunday. He's got an excellent offensive coach that leans into getting him as much protection as he can. Every fucking time Jordan Love drops back to pass, he's got a 6 to 8 man protection and or a chip and release. So why isn't he better than this? He should be. He's had time. He's in an excellent culture. He's got a great offensive coach. I just don't get it. I don't see what you guys see. He's not the answer. 53% completion in your 4th season isn't going to cut it. That's the same as Trey Lance. 18 points against a real defense isn't going to cut it. But lucky for him, the Packers have a cakewalk of a schedule, so it's not going to matter. He's going to continue to get hype, but I'm going to continue to be right. And any time that he plays against a real defense, he's not going to look good. You can book that. So for the Saints, I'm going to shift gears a little bit. So for the Saints, I don't have a ton for them in this game. They were in total control up until Derek Carr went down. They should have won this game, even with Jameis Winston. Kickers are averaging about 77% from 40 to 49 yards this season. So that should have been 23%. That should have been a chip shot field goal for Will Lutz, like I talked about. If they just connect on that field goal, we're talking about a completely different conversation about this Saints team this morning. As a team overall, they're exactly what I expected them to be. They don't look like a top team, but they definitely look like the team to beat in this division, depending on Derek Carr's health. It's them and the Buccaneers, which is exactly what I said before the season starts. No surprise for me out of this Saints team.